And we're going to start right now. Welcome, everybody, to Pubwatch episode 4. My name is KOKOStern, and with me is the lovely Onin. Onin, say hi.
Hi.
So that was Onin. And
yes.
Today's subject, Onin, start us off.
Today's subject is by many seen as the best mid-solo player in the world ever, although some others might claim it's Yafet's. Today we're looking at IG Ferrari 430, or just Ferrari.
Just Ferrari, I think. Yeah, noted invoker and noted TA and it's crazy mid player. And just a second before we actually go in to the first game, I just have a small thing to say here. I live in Israel, and terrorist groups are bombarding us. And I live in the center of the country, so I doubt anything will happen, but an alarm might actually go off, and then I have to go away and try not to die. So just saying that if I happen to close this down and run away and you hear an alarm or something, that's me, so that's great. Israel. Yay, and with that lovely, lovely anecdote, let's start the first game, I think, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's start the first game. So, oh, wait a minute. God damn it.
Just remember, you're far too important to die.
I'm too important to die. Okay, there we go. So, Onin, are you ready?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. So, let's start off checking the Radiant team here. So, we have a Venomancer, I have no idea who that is, Nyx Assassin, going the bottom lane, Queen of Pain, Pudge, and Blue Person, who has not actually picked his hero. And on the Dire team, we have at Face Thingy, who is actually YYF. So this is IG YYF playing Magnus on the bottom lane. Hello, which is, guess who's playing Invoker? It's Ferrari.
Is it Faith?
No, it's Ferrari. We have a Tinker, who is, I have no idea who that is. And Jump at the top, Alchemist, that's Faith. And Jump Cat Heart, which is totally Jump's girlfriend. Right?
Yeah, obviously. She has the same name in a way. She has a heart behind it, and if you look at the updates, they sprint together all the time.
As we learned from the first game with Pikachu and Pikachu Heart, that was Dendy and Dendy's girlfriend, so it has to be true. That has to be his girlfriend.
Couldn't be anything else.
It just has to be. It just has to be. So, we have at the bottom lane here, Nyx Assassin, Magnus, and Pudge. And there's a Tinker just putting down wards, so this might prove interesting with a stun followed by a hook. In the middle we have Queen of Pain versus Ferrari. So I'm guessing Queen of Pain is going to get decimated by Ferrari's Exort build.
Well, Queen of Pain is actually pretty good against Exort Invoker, because she has way more harassing potential if she gets Shadow Strike.
And at the top we have an Initiate here on an Alchemist. He's going to drop, he's been slowed, been pulled back. And he does. First blood goes to Rubik.
And meanwhile, Pudge just got skewered into the tower range by Magnus, and he actually gets Sunstrike down.
Yeah, okay, so that's a lot of action starting off.
So, every time I try to say something interesting, I get interrupted by a more interesting game. Typical.
Yeah, people are blowing stuff up, and we can see Tinker is going March of the Machine, so he's going to go H stacks here. As Magnus does very well against the solo Pudge with Nyx on the forest here.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that offlane Magnus isn't more popular pretty much anywhere. With that amazing buff to Skewer recently, that made the distance increased from pretty darn low to 120, which is pretty much the distance of an anti-major Queen of Pain blink. That's pretty much all an offlaner needs to be safe. So
yeah, no, he has his nuke that he can use to easily get the creeps if he has to stay back. So yeah, and at the middle we have Queen of Pain getting almost dies here, but then we have Rubik and Venomancer who were smoked up coming in from behind. She was almost died there to invoke her.
Just that right-click damage is by itself pretty dangerous.
Well, he did cold snap her.
Yeah, but that only adds to the right-click damage. So this alchemist doesn't really like the fact that his enemies are coming back to his lane, but he realizes that it's still 2v1, and even though he is the alchemist, that's not the greatest idea.
Yeah, he can't do much here, and Venomancer and Rubik are can definitely deal a lot of damage right off the bat at the start. I mean, Venomous Gale along with Telekinesis.
And on the bottom lane, we've got the Nyx going into on the Magnus, but he's still got his skewer. He can just get right out of there.
Yeah, but Pudge, no, he's not in a position to hook him, so that's not happening. So yeah, Magnus, as you said, he's okay here. I mean, after that initial kill, he's obviously doing very well.
Yep, we've got another stun going out from the alchemist on the top lane, and this one...
Yeah, Rubik has no HP.
More than
Alchemist
plenty
gets the last
damage.
hit after a power shot, and I don't think they can do more. Beautiful shackle, though. Alchemist could have went in for the stun, but he's already way back. Now he puts up the stun. It won't be enough to kill him, though. Sunstrike! Sunstrike does get it, but Windrunner drops.
Sadly, Windrun's a bit too slow. And I wonder, this Rubik actually bought back after he got killed, and then just stood in the fountain for a few seconds, wondering where he was gonna TP. He could have possibly prevented that kill if he'd actually TP'd immediately.
Maybe even
Not sure what that was all about.
Maybe even got an Alchemist.
Meanwhile, there's an invisible Queen of Pain up at the bottom lane.
Yeah,
Finds a
Tinker
courier.
Finds a courier, most important. And Tinker's here. He has nothing, pretty much. But she's scared of Magnus, though he has no mana. Sunstrike, not going to catch.
Enough. That Shadow Strike's gonna get this Tinker.
Is it?
Now,
Is it?
Queen of Pain just wants to
Is
make
it?
sure. There he does.
Yes.
He's down.
Yeah, Queen of Pain's followed by the creeps, but and Magnus goes back. He has no mana. Can't do anything.
So, 5 minutes in, we've already got 7 kills.
Yeah, that's a lot of action for just starting out.
And most of them are actually not by the IG members.
And putting up the last hits and denies, we can see Pudge is doing really well. Last hitting, Invoker and Queen of Pain pretty much on par with each other in mid. Rubik is in mid now. And Queen of Pain, no HP going to the bottom lane. I'm scared to miss a kill. I'm seriously scared to miss a kill. There's so much going on.
What? How did you see that?
Wow. Did he just get Queen of Pain?
Queen of Pain just went into the side shop to buy a TP scroll, and
he got her?
The Sunstrike on that.
I completely missed that, but I heard that, and it's, wow. That guy is, well, that's Ferrari for you, I guess. Holy crap.
Yep. I have no idea whether he had vision on that, but even if he did, that's some really good prediction, or possibly lucky, but this is Ferrari we're talking about. He doesn't get lucky.
Okay, that's interesting. Rubik's stealing Sunstrike, so might be some payback incoming.
I love doing that.
Magnus now, yeah, Invoker's being picked off, but not too much he can do. Magnus is here, is level 6, has reverse polarity. Queen of Pain not level 6 just yet. So we'll see what happens. Nyx Assassin just level 4 coming in. Ferrari.
Just has to take one step too close, and the scoring to reverse polarity can pick him off, but...
Yes, definitely. She now has haste, and she's back full, so... Tinker, in the meanwhile, can't do much. I mean, Tinker Ancients isn't that useful. I mean...
Well, it's decently on par with other jungle heroes, eventually. I mean, right now he's highly underleveled, and his farm isn't all that great either.
Yeah. It starts off like really badly, I think, and Queen of Pain almost picked off by one last hit from Invoker. And she does get it. Wow, she did get it with a scream, but Magnus did ult her, and she did die immediately afterwards. But she did manage to pick him off. Greedy Queen of Pain.
Yeah, but arguably worth it, because you're getting a kill on, well, your own lane mate, and of course, IG's Ferrari.
Yeah, and at the bottom we have Pudge using his ultimate.
I'm not even sure what Alchemist was doing there. I thought it was pretty much happy being on top lane, but apparently not.
So much happening. I'm really scared of missing a kill, man. And at the top we have Windrunner being picked off. Windrunner's already been used. Double Sunstrikes going off! Wow, I'm not sure which was which. Venomancer's still alive and Invoker's okay, but Rubik did pick off Windrunner. Yeah, and as I was trying to say earlier, Tinker with the Ancients isn't that useful. Beastmaster is definitely... I mean, I've seen Beastmaster doing it, it's wonderful with him, but Tinker takes a really long time to really get those levels in and be useful. So we'll see how that goes for him. Only now getting his... getting his Soul Ring only now.
That Soul Ring really helps in making his Ancient stacking a bit more quicker, and he's a little bit behind.
Slowed. One Sunstrike, I don't know from who. Pudge is here as well. Gets stunned, but the hook is totally going to land. Not very difficult hook, he outmakes us. Invoker got. And Alchemist being chased away. Beautiful shackle. Pudge gets hit. Picks off Windrunner. Alchemist manages to stun off both of them. Rubik dies.
Damn.
And Venomancer, wow, beautiful. Magnus did come in, but it was unneeded. I think that was a triple kill for Windrunner.
Yeah, it was, and also a significant overextension by the Radiant team.
So we're at 8-8 at 9 minutes. Okay. And really, I think it's time to check out the graphs already. Huge, going up, going down. We have still very close to both teams. They are very close to each other. Queen of Pain in the middle.
Should be fine, just blink. Yes.
Yeah, Invoker gets a lot of damage though. Invoker, okay, Ferrari with a Hand of Midas. And in the middle we have Magnus. Wow, just missing because of Rubik. Manages to Shockwave, that's the name of the skill.
I don't know why that hook missed.
That hook missed because Rubik pulled him away the last second.
I'm not sure. I think the pulling part of the what's it called?
Telekinesis.
Of the telekinesis, yeah. I think the pulling part was later than the hook would have landed, but
yeah, it seemed like I think it was really on the
uphill. The hooks are so weird, but here we have Windrunner getting caught in the worst position.
Yeah, Rubik's Shockwave. Pudge did pick her off though.
I'm really wondering why Ferrari is staying in mid with so little HP.
Why is he still there? Wow, okay, that hook missed. But Ferrari and Queen of Pain jumps at him, ults.
And there you go. That was just waiting to happen.
Yeah, he was... I don't know why he stayed there. And we have Nyx Assassin. No ultimate, but he wants Tinker. Tinker's already level 5, so he's doing okay for himself. He did see Nyx Assassin now. And we have Queen of Pain coming in to assist here. TP in by Magnus.
The Tinker is only slightly behind the Nyx in terms of experience, which is okay, considering that he actually got killed early, if you remember.
Skewer to avoid that stun.
That was pretty decent.
Yeah, that was very decent. That was almost Alchemist pushing top while everybody's at the bottom of the entire Radiant team. And, well, Queen of Pain here. No,
don't go there, jump cuts. Don't go there. No, she's fine.
Oh, she's fine. Okay. We have Pudge, Magnus, ults him, he's gonna drop YYF. Or not, or yes he is. Pudge almost dead here. Invoker with the cold snap. One last hit's gonna be enough.
He could have escaped if he had skewered before doing any shockwave. I'm not sure why he did that.
Ult, throwing in. Nyx Assassin going in. Invoker very low HP, does drop. Windrunner's gonna make it away. No! Scream by Queen of Pain. Tinker can't do much. He has Mark of the Machines really, but Alchemist is finally here. Picks off Queen of Pain with his stun. Is Magnus here? I heard Magnus.
Magnus is here, but he can't find the Nyx Assassin just yet.
Nyx Assassin did pick off Tinker. With his ultimate, has probably been off cooldown, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Seems so. But that also cost him his own life. It's always an interesting choice whether you use that Vendetta to get a last kill or just to run the heck away. I generally prefer doing the latter.
Well, if you're a badass NA, you kill them and then hope you'll run away.
That's another strategy.
Always kill them. Queen of Pain TP's bottom, and the entire Radiant is coming in. And the Dire is here as well. Alchemist gonna stun himself, sadly. Pudge is here. Hook. Does catch Magnus. Ult by Magnus. That's a Sunstrike. Both of them very low HP. That Scream of Pain is gonna hit Magnus, and stun from Alchemist, not even gonna latch. Oh, Queen of Pain's ultimate picks him off. Windrunner's on the run. Blink. That was a Scream without first Scream, then Blink. That's weird.
It probably isn't gonna matter anyway.
Yeah, Rubik picks her off.
She's trying to dodge the ultimate, I think, not realizing that it had already been used.
And Tinker's
now Tinker is still here. Yeah. Why was he still here?
No idea. He's working on his ancients, he's just not even paying attention. And Ferrari is lone survivor of the Dire, but well, he has a Venomancer coming in. I doubt he'll care much. Now picking off his Tranquil Boots.
But that's a pretty good move by Ferrari, actually, to not even get anywhere near where the Radiant is doing all their shenanigans. Because he's an Invoker. He gets significantly more useful with just a few levels. And that's also why he bought that Midas, of course.
Yeah, Rubik picked off. Sorry to interrupt you again, but Rubik picked off Queen of Pain and Nyx Assassin coming in, but nothing too much. So Queen of Pain's taking a lot of damage.
I don't think she's gonna go back though, knowing this Queen of Pain.
Stunned by Alchemist. Does he have vision?
He
no
does
range.
not.
No range. Gets stunned himself. Nyx Assassin once in. 8 seconds to ultimate. 8 minutes. Okay, yeah, you were saying? Sorry.
I'm not sure what I was saying anymore. Something about Invoker needing more experience.
Yeah, Queen of Pain picks off Tinker again. Alchemist is here. Vendetta is on. Stuns himself. Picks off by Nyx Assassin, and Rubik actually gets it. And Queen of Pain is going to run away from Magnus.
As she well should.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure why this Tinker is so adamant about continuing this ancient farming.
Yeah, he
For one, he should know that it's already not safe at all, and he doesn't really need to anymore. He's got a maxed March. He can stay in his own jungle. He can go to top lane, where no hero has been for the past 5 minutes.
That's exactly what he does.
Good. He might actually get a little bit of farm now.
Yeah, he listens to you, man.
Probably not enough.
Yeah, we'll see when he finally gets his bits of travel.
Boots of Travel alone is not going to get enough, because a good Nyx Assassin can hunt a Tinker wherever he wants to go and just immediately pick him off. He needs a dagger as well, or some form of health, but preferably a dagger. And there's the Queen of Pain hunting him again.
Wow.
And poor Tinker.
Yeah, missed that while trying to look at the bottom lane here. Venomancer is going to drop the beautiful shackle skewer, but Rubik, seeing the unstable concoction with his nuke, manages to pick off Venomancer, dealing a lot of damage to Alchemist. He's going to fall. Magnus ults him.
Got off. This Alchemist is dead.
Alchemist is dead? Yes, he is. Is Rubik going to die, though? Magnus is here. Nyx Assassin from behind. Stun. Just a short stun from Rubik. He wanted to steal the kill, but Nyx Assassin picked him off.
Could have started charging that a lot earlier, but it's fine.
And at the top, Queen of Pain picks off the tower, I believe.
Yeah, she'll get this easy.
Yep. There we go. Okay, so 24, 15, 16 minutes. That's pretty cool.
An interesting game, to say the least.
Rubik charging up that stun. Stun. There we go. Mana burn from Nyx Assassin.
Poor Tinker.
Beautiful Sunstrike, but not enough.
Too bad. This Tinker is now 0-6. He's really not having a good game.
And Pudge just purchased Vanguard. That's an interesting item on Pudge.
Yeah, I think he realizes that he's probably the only hero that's ever going to be in melee range for things like Magnus's ultimate and Alchemist's everything, so to speak. So he's going to need that health more than anyone else.
Beautiful shackle, and they do pick her off. She could not, because of the cold snap, she could not blink away Queen of Pain. Nyx Assassin is invisible here with Vendetta. And does he pick off Windrunner? No, she manages to get away. Pudge did hook Invoker, though. He does drop. Magnus is here. Nyx Assassin manages to get away. Stun on Magnus.
Ferrari brought back, but
Ferrari
doesn't
did
have
brought back.
to get back in.
Sunstrike does hit, but Venomancer is still alive. Missiles go off, but they're just level 3. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. Hook misses. No, missiles go off. Not going to do too much. Rubik tries to dodge a missile with Force Staff. That does not work. And Alchemist still farming the tops, going for a Shadow Blade, it seems, with his Shadow Amulet.
Pretty decent choice, seeing as there's not all too much lockdown on the Radiant side, except for if you get hooked. And even in that case, being able to Shadow Blade out of that is pretty decent.
Yeah, Invoker picked up by Rubik. Telekinesis out, but he can't follow it up with anything. Invisible N8 once again. Chooses to go on Invoker, though he can kill Tinker very easily. Invoker does finally drop to Rubik's last hitting. N8 Force Staff up, I think.
He actually got hooked back out by the Pudge.
Okay. Magnus is going to drop here by Rubik, who cuts a double kill. And at the bottom, at the top, excuse me, Alchemist destroyed a tower. So he just keeps on farming while all that shenanigans goes off on the middle lane.
Yeah, and that's pretty good actually for the Dire, because this means that there's actually 2 heroes that are doing pretty decent despite all of this rampant ganking. And this Alchemist is actually good at
stun. Yeah, he does exactly what you said last time, which is use the Unstable Concoction, go into Shadow Blade, 1 hit, stun, and kill.
Especially in that situation, it's really nice, because they think, oh, he's on our side of the map, he Shadow Blade away, he's gonna run. This guy didn't run. Instead, he killed.
Well, let's see if NA gets him. Hit, stun, Mono Burn, Dagon 1. Yeah,
yep.
And he does get him. He did have a dust, so Alchemist could not get away.
Good preparation.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
And there is actually a reason why a Nyx Assassin should always go for an Invoker over most other heroes. And that's the fact that Invoker has a shit ton of intelligence if he goes Exort. The Exort stats give him 14 bonus intelligence, and he's already got pretty decent growth and some int items. So this mana burn does significantly the most damage on Invoker.
Well, yeah, I was just saying that Invoker had 1100 and Tinker had 700. So Invoker might not die. He did in this case because Rubik was with a haste and could nuke him, but Tinker would die in an instant.
Yeah, that's true, but you also have to keep in mind that this Tinker is not all that useful. He is still 1100 away from his blink, and that's going to be even more now.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful blink to get away from reverse polarity that didn't actually go off all the way, I guess.
He actually cancelled it.
The second, wow, that was misleading, and Pudge does get picked off.
And really good.
Yeah, that was really good by YYF. I was positive that it went off.
Yep, that was certainly the most Twitch blink followed by an even more Twitch cancel, and it got him the kill, as it deserved.
Yeah, he fooled me. He definitely fooled me.
Interesting that this Queen of Pain actually went for a Desolator.
Queen of Pain with a Desolator. Well,
It's certainly helped in right-clicking pretty much everything off the Tinker. All she needed was 1 scream and a few right clicks, and he went down already.
Yeah, well, the Radiant don't have any last hitting. I mean, any auto-attack damage. If you think about it, they have burst from Nyx Assassin, but they don't have a carry. Per se carry. So.
It does help amplify his Vendetta, but that's pretty niche. I guess her thinking is simply the Radiant has pretty decent late game, especially if this Tinker manages to turtle it all that way. And so if she's gonna have to outcarry an Alchemist, she can't